News.
Unfortunate incident there.
Absolutely.
Now, tonight, striking nurses may be in for a rude shock. The Council of Governors says the 2017 collective bargaining agreement between the council and nurses was a mistake. Council Chairman Wycliffe Oparanya says the country is facing economic hardship and can't pay and won't pay the nurses.
3.4 billion shillings is needed to implement the CBA for over 24,000 nurses. The Salaries and Remuneration Commission is terming the nurses' demands as unaffordable and unsustainable. KTN's Rita Tinina revisits details of the CBA and tells us why the government is renegading on the deal.
2nd November 2017, the Ministry of Health, Council of Governors and the Kenya National Union of Nurses put pen to paper, signing a collective bargaining agreement that ended a 5-month strike.
We have a deal. We have reached a consensus.
A CBA that had finer details of the implementation.
Uniform allowance, financial year 2018-2019, 15,000 shillings will be the allowance. And this will be increased annually by 5,000 shillings over a period of 3 years.
Nursing services allowances were also agreed upon.
23,000 shillings financial year 2018-2019, and increase that by 3,500.
Just over 15 months later, the government says that CBA was a blunder.
An agreement might have been reached, and that's why we said maybe a mistake might have been done.
And it appears the deal will not be honored anytime soon. A meeting at State House Nairobi between the national and county governments on Wednesday was followed by an admission of the bitter truth on the country's economic status.
The country now is going into economic hardship, that even counties, we are being told to reduce our expenditure by 9 billion.
The Salaries and Remuneration Commission, in a letter to the Council of Governors and the Ministry of Health, dated the 6th of February, just a day after the nurses' strike kicked off, rules out the possibility of honoring the 2017 CBA, terming it unaffordable and unsustainable. The additional cost of paying the nursing and uniform allowance is estimated at 3.4 billion shillings, says the letter. Should the health service allowance be enhanced to the levels of the nursing service allowance, the additional cost is estimated at 2.5 billion shillings. The letter goes on to say,
this is the reality, that is the money that is not there. You can't pay what you don't have.
A case of can't pay, won't pay. Did the government enter into the agreement with nurses under duress in order to end the nurses' 5-month strike? Or has the government changed its priorities following a budget deficit? On Wednesday, President Uhuru Kenyatta put the striking nurses on notice.
Any nurse who fails to report to work as directed above will be dismissed by the county governments and the Ministry of Health.
The president's order was within hours met with defiance.
We want to urge our members to remain firm, fight for their rights.
With just hours to the expiry of the president's ultimatum, who will blink first? Rita Tinina, KTN News.
And still on that story, disciplinary action, including firing, will be taken against nurses who fail to report to work tomorrow at 8 a.m. following President Uhuru Kenyatta's directive.
Our Council of Governors Chairman Wycliffe Oparanya says a head count will be done at the health facilities in the counties to determine nurses who miss work.
And the Kenya National Union of Nurses officials are also expected to report in court on Monday over contempt of court for failing to suspend their strike.
The national and county governments stand with the president's pronouncement. A roll call will be undertaken by both levels of government tomorrow, Friday, February 2019 at 8 a.m. and nurses who fail to return to work will be dismissed and further necessary disciplinary action will be taken in accordance with the law. On 12th February 2019, the court issued an order to the union to appear before it on Monday, the 18th, 2019, for contempt. This order was served to the union on 13th February 2019.